everyone, I'm Nico.
And I'm Jack.
And welcome to another podcast. Today we are in our lovely little courtyard area.
Yeah, the sun is shining. The temperature's higher than the AQI for the first time this year. It is absolutely stunning.
It is beautiful. A very, very stark contrast from our last podcast when we were absolutely freezing. Now we're in t-shirts.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And the reason we're in our courtyard today instead of on location is because we are looking after a little pup.
Yeah, we are. We are fostering a dog for the week from Lost Puppies, which is the charity that we fostered Bonnie from.
Yes, if you don't know about that, I will link the video here. Last year, we looked after a dog for a few months, and it was the best decision. And we thought we'd help out some people that are on holiday and just foster her for a week. And it's great.
Yeah, we're having a great time so far.
Yeah, if you're interested in adopting or even fostering, then get in touch with Lost Puppies. This is not an advert. We just feel really strongly about the charity.
Yeah.
So if we do get a bit distracted in this podcast, I apologise, but you know what we're like with puppies.
We do just love dogs.
Yeah, happens every time. So I'm sure you're used to it by now. Anyway, today we are talking about
Superstitions.
Yes.
This is a fun topic.
Yes, we're talking about superstitions. I find that Chinese people are pretty superstitious.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Yeah, they've got a few things that you definitely don't give as gifts, a few numbers and colours and things. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about them today and also compare them to some of our superstitions, because when I started researching it, I realised actually we've got a lot of superstitions.
Yeah, actually, I was surprised when you were telling me how many superstitions we have in the UK, and I was like, actually, we really do. We are quite superstitious people, aren't we?
We are quite superstitious, so I'll get to those in a second. But before I do, leave me a comment below and let me know if you've got any weird or wonderful superstitions from where you are from in the world. I'd love to hear them. I think it's a super interesting topic.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's start with some of the ones from the UK. So one of them, which is a pretty big one, is you don't walk under a ladder.
I mean, that's just common sense, really, isn't it?
It is common sense, really. I mean, I can't imagine. Obviously, that's bad luck. I don't think that's the reason why, but I do think it's bad luck. Another one is breaking a mirror.
Oh, have you ever broken a mirror?
I have broken the casing of a mirror. Does that count?
I think you're okay then for now.
Okay, hopefully
Just
I will
be
get
careful out there, guys. Don't go breaking no mirror.
7 years bad luck for that one, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
oh dear.
big. Another one in the UK is seeing magpies, but seeing a magpie on its own.
So like a single magpie.
A single magpie, because you normally see them in groups, right?
You do, yeah? I guess you do.
And there's lots of rhymes and things like that. Apparently, if you see one on its own, you should salute it. Apparently, in the UK, that's what we do. And so ask it how its wife is, because it's not good luck to see them on their own.
Good to know. I'll bear that in mind for future.
Yeah, and I was telling my Chinese friend about this, and how this is one of our superstitions. And she actually said that it's not a superstitious thing in China, and it's good luck to see a single magpie.
Okay, so I'll try to remember that.
So when we're in China, it's okay. When we're in the UK, it's not.
If it's in the UK, look away. Okay, got you.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking about animals, can you think of another superstitious animal?
No.
No, apparently not. A black cat, you shouldn't cross paths with.
Black cat, yeah. Don't let a black cat cross in front of you.
Yeah, poor black cats. I feel like they've got a hard time actually, because they are the least adopted cat because they're black and people are a bit wary of them, which is sad.
Yeah.
I think. So putting new shoes on the table.
Yeah, I mean, putting any shoes on the table is a bit gross, really, isn't it?
It is a bit gross. I mean, if they're new, obviously but that's not the reason. Apparently, back in the day when there was lots of coal miners, it was a tribute to to the person that had died, if they died in the mine, to put their shoes on the table, which is why.
Good to know.
Yeah, so a lot of superstitions are also about death. So that's why it's like inviting the bad luck, which we don't want to do. Can you think of any other bad luck superstitions from the UK?
I think number 13 is a pretty unlucky one, right?
Yeah, the number 13's a pretty unlucky number, apparently.
Don't get number 13, like rows on aeroplanes and things like that. We tend to skip over the number 13.
I quite like the number 13. I think it's quite
yeah,
nice
I don't
number.
feel too strongly about it, but some people definitely do, that's for sure.
Especially when it's on a Friday.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. Oh. Well, speaking of numbers, that leads us nicely into our first Chinese superstition. Now, the Chinese are quite superstitious about numbers. So
They certainly are, yeah.
Yeah, they've got a really bad luck number, and that is the number 4.
Yes.
They do not like the number 4.
No, I mean, like in gyms and there's no number 4 in the lockers. In apartment blocks, there's not normally a 4th
full
story.
Yeah.
Skips over it.
Sometimes, like, I've noticed on airplanes, that's what they skip here.
Yep.
Sometimes it's always with the number 4 in, but sometimes it's just the number 4.
Do you know why that is?
Yes, because the number 4 sounds like the word death in Chinese.
That makes sense, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. So again, they're very superstitious about that. But they also do have a lot of good luck numbers. So number 8 is good luck.
Okay, good to know. 8.
And the number 6 is good luck.
Good to know.
So there's also an emoji which is like this, and it says like 666. Apparently that's a young thing, but I think that's quite interesting because in the West we associate 666 with the devil.
Yeah, with the devil. It's not something you want to bring up too often, is it?
No, we don't. So yeah, interesting when it comes to numbers. And talking about numbers, we will lead on to birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke to my friend about this and she said this wasn't true. So I would like to know your opinion. Apparently, I read that certain birthdays are bad luck and you shouldn't celebrate them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like,
So what happens if it's your birthday on that day?
No, like the year.
Oh, the year. So
yeah, the year's unlucky. So you just skip it.
Certain ages, right?
And you get to the next age. Now, is that true? Please let me know. I mean, I think
it'd be pretty sad if your birthday comes around and
you're just like, oh God,
you're
I'm
30
this year.
It.
So, 44, you would think. But I don't know what the numbers are like. I'm going to skip it this year. Then it'd be even more depressing than you'd be older. Anyway. And also on birthdays in the West, we usually have a cake and we make a wish, for good luck. But here in China, they eat longevity noodles.
Oh, we've seen that actually. I think we've even...
I've had some, yeah. I had some when
we
were... So on your birthday, you should eat this bowl of longer than life noodles because it will hopefully give you good luck in the year and give you a long life.
They're not normally very nice though, are they? Bring you just like a random bowl of noodles and they're not often the best.
They're really long. The flavour's not... I mean, I've had them before. It's not filled with... It's not the best. It's not the best noodles I've ever had. I'm not going to lie. But yes, so that's quite interesting as well. Now, when you do have a birthday...
Yep.
She's sniffing away. So if you can hear very strange puffy noise in the background, that is the dog just like sniffing away at things. Quite jokes. So when you do have a birthday or an anniversary or I don't know, a reason to give a gift, even just like you were giving a gift to a colleague, there are some gifts you should wholeheartedly avoid.
Okay.
Do you know any of them?
Is this one with flowers, right? Is it white flowers?
White flowers are a gift to avoid, and yellow flowers.
And yellow flowers.
Yeah, but white flowers specifically
that
because...
rules out quite a lot of flowers then, doesn't it?
yeah. White flowers, which it's a shame because I really love lilies, but yeah, apparently white flowers are associated with death.
Okay, good to
know. A lot of these are death related, which is why people avoid them.
You definitely don't want to wish your death upon your friend on their birthday,
so
do you?
People, can you remember when we were in Nanjing, someone said they gave yellow flowers to someone and they just didn't accept them?
Didn't accept them.
Just like, no.
So I will not take those.
Do you know any others?
No. Inform me.
I will inform you.
Oracle of knowledge.
The big no-no is do not give a clock.
Why? Do not give a clock?
Yeah, do not give a clock. Do not give a clock to your Chinese friends.
Does it signify that your time's ticking down on your life?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
yeah,
wow.
I mean,
you've not got long left.
Yeah, it's like, especially to older relatives. If you give them a clock, it's like your life is ticking away. No. Do not give a Chinese person a clock. Like that is the biggest no-no. Apparently.
I mean, I'm not a fan of clocks myself. If I see it.
Oh my God, you got a clock.
I've got a clock.
You got a clock as your gift from a Chinese colleague.
I did.
Oh
my God.
Dun.
Oh my God.
It's like
changes
a
everything.
KTV clock. Well, it wasn't just a clock though, was it?
No.
But it does. But maybe it's okay. You're foreign, so maybe it's not a big deal. But yeah, you did. Yeah. So another thing is necklaces, ties, combs, belts. These sorts of things.
This is a long list to remember.
These are like this is like a group.
To avoid.
Yes, lots of social faux pas. These are a group of things. Now you can give them to your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Got you.
But these are classed as quite personal items.
Okay.
So you wouldn't give them to a friend. Which I mean, a necklace I kind of get, but like a tie, I think that, I mean, gosh, you'd be screwed in the UK because that's like a general guy gift. Tie.
Yeah.
Like, here
What do you
go.
get? What do you get your father-in-law? I'll get him a
Right.
tie. Imagine if you did that in China. Wow,
No.
that would be a big social faux pas.
So a gift to give you should never give your girlfriend, which is I think this is quite an interesting one. What gift should you never give your girlfriend?
I was going to say herpes, but
It's like quite a regular gift. I'm shocked, actually.
chocolate,
No.
weight loss pills.
Okay, right, we'll stop that. So you apparently shouldn't give your girlfriend new shoes.
New shoes. Wow. Okay.
Like, you shouldn't buy your girl, which is interesting because I feel like most girls like getting shoes and handbags and things like that. I mean,
Clearly
not
not
me.
Chinese girls
You'd
then.
never buy me shoes. But apparently, new shoes because she could run away from you is the reason for that.
Okay. So
Yeah, interesting. So another one is an umbrella. You shouldn't get your girlfriend an umbrella
why?
because
It might rain on her.
the word for umbrella sounds like breakup.
Okay. Wow. This is a complicated set of
Is it
rules to
compli-
follow.
So what I've noticed is a lot of gifts or a lot of reasons why they're unlucky is
Mhm.
because the word sounds like another word,
Okay.
which is an unlucky word.
Yep.
Like breakup or split up or death, or it symbolizes death. That pretty much is the whole reason behind most
Yeah.
of
The
these
rule of thumb to
superstitions.
follow. Yeah.
The rule of thumb. Right. So anyway, that is talking about some of the gifts. Now, another unlucky thing. Well, I think this is quite unlucky, but this just shows how generous Chinese people really are. On your birthday, if it is your birthday and you have all your friends, you pay the bill.
Okay.
Whereas
Remind me
otherwise
never
you
to take my
probably-
friends out on my birthday.
No, because you'll be paying in China.
Luckily, I don't have many friends, so it would be a small bill.
Okay, so talking about special occasions, we're going to talk about New Year's.
Yeah.
So on New Year's Day, there's a few that you shouldn't do.
Okay.
And then for the whole of the Spring Festival, there's some that you shouldn't do either, or some that you should do if it's good luck. Now, I spoke to my Chinese colleague about some of these. She didn't agree with some of them. It might be because she's from a different area, so let me know.
Yeah, it might vary from region to region.
So I thought I'd include them anyway, and you can let me know if you've heard them before, if they're true, if they're not. I'm just relaying the information. I didn't make it up. Okay, so on New Year's Day, you shouldn't eat porridge
Okay.
because it brings
I
you
can do without porridge for a day.
Right.
That's fine.
it brings you poverty. Apparently,
Okay, got you.
shouldn't wash your hair, and you shouldn't wash your clothes
Fair. Okay.
because it washes away the good luck and the wealth.
I feel like I should have been taking notes this
I
podcast.
know, this is quite a depth. There's a lot of
to
things you
remember.
should do.
Yeah.
So no needlework. Can you do that for the day?
I think I can go a whole day without
It de-
needle working.
It
working a
depletes
needle.
wealth. Unlucky words, like, so you really shouldn't say unlucky words like death brings death, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Don't talk about death.
Don't
Got
talk about
you.
death ever. And also you shouldn't sweep because sweeping away the health. You can sweep away the wealth if you sweep. But so I think that one's true because I've heard a lot of people like they really do a really big sweep, and I don't know if that not sweep like clean before the new year, but it
Got
could be
you.
because they're having lots of friends and relatives. But apparently, yeah, you shouldn't sweep.
It's funny because in the West we have the concept of spring cleaning, right? Spring festival, Chinese New Year is supposed
Yeah.
to signal the start of spring, but in the UK normally you have nice weather like this, and the spring comes around. It's tradition to clean. So
Yeah, spring cleaning.
kind of the opposite.
So over the festival period, you shouldn't cry because it's bad luck.
That's quite difficult. Like imagine spending a whole week with your family
or
in
like
your
children.
hometown. Yeah, you're in
really
your
need to keep
hometown.
them happy. Tough.
Okay.
No breaking things. You'd find that difficult because you break things.
Yeah,
all
that's
the
a daily
time.
occurrence for me.
You shouldn't lend or borrow because it means like you'll be doing it the whole year,
Yep.
basically. Now, also, I heard you shouldn't use sharp scissors or knives because it cuts the wealth. But how could you cook on the day if you're using?
Is that why everyone makes dumplings? Have I mixed up traditions?
No. People eat them on the New Year's Eve. So
Guess you don't need a knife to
maybe
make a dumpling,
prepare.
right?
I don't know. So other things that you shouldn't do is here it's really it's tradition to give red packets. You shouldn't give odd amounts of money. It should always be like doubles.
Okay.
Even numbers.
Evens.
And
okay.
obviously it'd be
Got
even
you.
better if it's the lucky numbers like 88.
Like 2 million RMB, 4 million RMB, 6 million RMB.
Then
Got
you are lucky. You shouldn't wear unlucky colours. And as we said before, white's an unlucky colour. Black is an unlucky colour because...
It reminds you of death.
Exactly.
Yellow, I'm guessing as well then.
But you should wear red socks, red underwear, especially if it's your year, because that will bring you luck, apparently.
There we go.
Now, the weirdest one, well, not weirdest, but the most intense one that I heard was for the Spring Festival period, like the whole month, you shouldn't cut your hair. No hair cutting at all.
Makes sense because all the hairdressers go back to their hometowns. I mean, I can get a haircut around that time. So.
Yeah, but there's a reason for it.
Okay.
Now, the reason for it that you shouldn't cut your hair is that your uncle will die.
That's pretty severe, isn't it?
Really
That is
intense.
pretty
Imagine
intense.
telling that. Like, no, your uncle will die if you cut your hair. Like, that is intense. I feel like that's quite a punishment.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to be responsible for that?
I think we need to pin these up on our fridge or something so that
Don't
I remember them, because otherwise I'm going to forget some of these.
It's your mother's brother, not your father's. Your father's is fine. So, cut your hair. If you don't like your mother's brother, cut your hair.
There you go.
But okay. So we just briefly mentioned about colours and how some of them are important. So yeah, the unluckiest colours are obviously black and white, and the colour green can be seen as unlucky as well.
What colours are lucky? Red. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. So green's unlucky because apparently it's said that a man wearing a green hat has an unfaithful wife.
Yeah, and green in Western cultures is like the colour of envy, right?
Yeah, interesting. This is quite cool. So, yeah. So basically, red is the most lucky color because obviously the Chinese love red, which is interesting because again in the Western culture, red's like a danger color.
Yeah, it's like a bit of it's either passion or danger or fire.
Yeah,
it's definitely not like a safe and easy color. That's for sure.
But the Chinese love red here. Everything is red, like red lanterns. Obviously, their flag is red, so I can see why it's a lucky color.
Yeah, for sure.
Whew, well, that was a lot of information.
That was a lot of information.
How do you feel? Do you know what gifts you're going to give your Chinese colleagues now?
I actually feel a bit nervous now. I feel like I'm just going to avoid ever giving anyone a gift here in China.
Well, the safest gift
Yep.
is a red packet. Everybody loves a red packet.
Good to know. Everyone loves money. There we go.
Yeah, but yes. So if you are coming to China and you are thinking about giving people gifts or celebrating things, then just remember some of these cultural superstitions.
Or if you ever see us around and about and you've got a spare red packet on you, hand it over.
Yeah, give it to us. But like I said before, if you have any weird or wonderful traditions and superstitions that you do in your country, then please let us know. Obviously,
I'd
we
love to
shared
hear
some of
them.
ours. I think some of ours are a little bit strange as well, but you just do them because you're grown up with that. So I think it's super interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I think we spoke quite fast, but there was a lot to get through.
There was a lot to get through.
Yeah. So on that note, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.